All right, all right, all right. Welcome back to the GSMC Wrestling Laureate podcast brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. I'm your host, Eric Rodriguez, here every Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific time, 11 p.m. Eastern time, here to talk about everything in terms of professional wrestling. Just kind of reflect on what we talked about real quick in this podcast. We talked about our WWE SmackDown review. We had our WWE Monday Night Raw preview. We talked about the GCW letting go of Zila Fatu, essentially. And we also talked about Nia Jax's second title run. I hope WWE doesn't cut short. We talked about, her title run, maybe some possibilities, some storylines to kind of keep it going till Mania. But I don't know, I just something that I would definitely love in this foreseeable future is Nia Jax, the WWE Women's Champion, and still, I think that'd be pretty badass. All right, finally, we're gonna talk about The Rock. If you smell what The Rock is cooking, I'm just kidding. No, he has one of the best theme songs, man. I swear to God. Like definitely some you love and respect. I love myself some Dwayne Rock Johnson from his movies, from his fun personality, from his workout regimen. I'm just kidding though. If I did it, I would probably die. I'd probably die. But anyways, so host Sean Evans has found great success with his talk show Hot Ones. Obviously, I was talking about it earlier in the podcast. Have you guys ever watched that show? It's pretty badass, where he kind of sits down and eats spicy wings with his while interviewing his guest, and and the spiciness is just increasing. Eating increasing levels of hot, spicy sauce, ghost pepper, Caroline pepper. There's so many different peppers. Like I had no idea was out there. That's insane. And he performs an interview. I think that's kind of cool. Maybe one episode of the GSMC Wrestling Laureate podcast, I'll just be dousing myself with hot wings and just like slobbering all over the mic for you guys to see. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. I'm terrible. But the show has featured some high profile names inside pop culture from Hugh Jackman, Ariana Grande, Ryan Reynolds to Shaquille O'Neal. The Rock has yet to appear on the show, and also WWE stars as well. You had Mankind, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Sasha Banks when she was with WWE. You had the Bella Twins. You had Big E and Goldberg, and it's just fun. It's just fun to watch these interviews and stuff like that. It's kind of cool. Will The Rock be the next one? I hope he will. I think that'd be pretty badass. In a recent interview with Bloomberg, Evans said he's been trying to get The Rock to appear on his show for years, but instead of wings, Dwayne The Rock Johnson will only accept salmon strips. Obviously, huge fish guy. He's a huge fishing fanatic. Definitely, on YouTube you can find Sean Evans, kind of attempt The Rock's diet, and it's crazy. It is literally insane. He consumes fish along with enormous amounts of calories and multiple meats throughout the day. He has, I'll just go through some of the meals we have here. Meal one, 10-ounce cod, two whole eggs, 2 cups of oatmeal. All right. That's, okay. So eating every 2 hours. Meal two, 8 ounces of cod, 12 ounces of sweet potato, 1 cup of vegetables. All right. Meal three, an 8-ounce chicken, 2 cups of white rice, a cup of vegetables. All right. So I think by that time I'd be done. It feels like I'd be so overfilled with food. I probably wouldn't even be able to breathe or walk or do anything like that. Kind of crazy. Next, meal four, 8-ounce cod, 2 cups of rice, 1 cup of vegetable, a tablespoon of fish oils. All right. So far we got, we're on the white diet. We got fish and we got chicken. And meal five, now we're going to get to some steak. We got an 8-ounce delicious steak with a 12 ounce of baked potato. Damn. And a spinach salad. All right. Meal six, 10-ounce cod, 2 cups of rice, salad. Oh my God. And meal seven, 30 grams of casein protein, a 10 egg white omelet with onions, peppers, and mushrooms, 1 cup of veggies, and 1 teaspoon of omega-3 fish oils. Wow. Oh my God, this guy. Well, look at the size of him. You know what I mean? Like this guy, he works out 2 or 3 times a day. He has an amazing body. He has an amazing work ethic. He's successful as hell. So if you have all that free time to just work out and eat and just put into work, and he still does. 1,010% The Rock does, and he's a great guy too. 1,010%. He's definitely been a huge huge influence on potential WWE fans for the future. recently, you kind of had that, you kind of had that with, that stint with Cody Rhodes, about the final boss, and he was just beating the holy hell out of him, making him bleed. And, people still couldn't help but to cheer for The Rock when he came out. So the point where they're like, all right, we like Cody, but we love ourselves some Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I hope he does do the show. That would be super sick. I would love that. That'd be so awesome, man. Oh my God. Because Hot Ones is it's just so unique. You know what I mean? I watched a couple of them today, in the spirit of this segment. I watched, the Stone Cold Steve Austin one, the Mick Foley one. I watched the Truth or Dab with the Bella Twins. And it was just, it's cool. It's a good watch. Definitely recommend it 1,010%. If you don't have any free time, or if you have some free time, maybe you're, just chilling out, sitting in the DMV office waiting for your number to be called. So in that case, you have like 5 hours to kill some time. You can always watch first and foremost the GSMC Sports Network, 1,010%, or you can check out some Hot Ones. You know what I mean? I would love to go on Hot Ones. Should probably get my PR rep out there and talk to Sean Evans. I'm just kidding. No, I would not even last it because I think there's 10 sauces. I think it's 10. I'm not too sure. Don't quote me on that. I think after 3 or 4, I'd be done. It's crazy. It's crazy how you get older and your body changes and you can't eat spicy foods like you used to. You can't eat pizza anymore. Can't, oh my God, like all this acid reflux, like something that you didn't really think that you were going to have to deal with once when you kind of grew up. But guess what? That is life. That's exactly what happens, and it's great. I love the taste of Alka-Seltzer, 1,010%. No, I'm just kidding. But I don't know, just The Rock. I hope he does make it on Hot Ones. Be pretty badass. Salmon strips sound good too. With buffalo sauce though, it's not really buffalo. It's just like hot sauce. I could see because for some of his vegan guests on Hot Ones, he does offer cauliflower wings, and it serves its purpose. At the end of the day, you just kind of need something to munch on just so you can put the sauce on it, and and it's just a good watch. It's kind of cool. So I also found out today The Rock sleeps 3 to 5 hours a day. That's insane. People usually recommend 7 to 9 hours a day is ideal. But I guess it all, everybody's body's different. Everybody's regimen is different. Everybody's life is different, man. It's crazy. Everybody's different routine. I know some people who wake up like 4:30 in the morning and go running, which I wish I could do. But I don't know. It's just so hard, man. Like it's so crazy. It's hard for me to get to sleep. But then, like, once when I'm sleeping, like, it's like, I don't want to get up. Like, it's crazy. But I don't know. It's kind of crazy. His morning starts every day at 3:30 a.m. That is insane in the membrane. Man, getting up before 6:30 or 7 sometimes seems like a chore. I'm just kidding. No, but no, actually it does. It's kind of sad. Uh, but but yes, I will be trying the Dwayne The Rock Johnson's meal plan. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to do that. Obviously he's a very unique. God, that's so much fish. Oh my God. I like cod. Cod's all right. I can deal with cod. Tilapia is good. I'm more of a salmon guy myself. I dig some salmon. I hate sushi. I don't get how people can eat sushi. It's crazy. But I don't know. But I hope he makes it on the podcast. I think it's gonna be great. I think it'd be great for WWE, especially heading toward their deal with Netflix. And you're gonna be seeing a lot of WWE content streaming on Netflix pretty darn soon. So make sure, if you're not subscribed to Netflix right now, obviously we did hear that they're no longer WWE as of on Wednesday will no longer be on Hulu anymore. So, which kind of sucks. I remember, I used to always work 2 to 10 on my job before this. And, I would always watch SmackDown like the next day because I get home, I'd be like, tired as hell, kick off my shoes. I'm like, dude, like I'm going to sleep. You know what I mean? And, on Peacock, it is available, but essentially it's available 30 days after its initial broadcasting, which, sucks. It's kind of crazy, makes it seem like it's kind of hard to keep up with WWE content. But overall, I think I think it's going to work out. It always does. It always does. Well, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in to the GSMC Wrestling Laureate podcast. That's it for me today. Make sure you Superman punch that like and subscribe button to the show. Follow the show, follow the network here at the GSMC Sports Network. We do love a lot of peace, love, and positivity. Follow us on Twitter/X, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook for more content and updates. And like I always say, if I have not made you a wrestling fan by now, we have my boy Emran's GSMC Soccer Podcast coming up in about 16 minutes. So make sure you stay tuned for that. We got 2 football podcasts. The NFL is heating up right now after week 3. Just got done. And we'll hearing the rest of Monday Night Football. The Bengals almost came back, man. It's crazy. What happened to the Jaguars? Man, what is going on with the Jaguars? The Buffalo Bills seem like they're all on a whole nother level this season. It's insane. But if you want to find out all the major news updates in terms of the NFL, tune into Manny's Chip Shot Football Podcast and Kenny's GSMC Football Podcast. We got a basketball podcast with my boy Nelson. When it comes to fantasy sports, we got Chris Shepard talking all your NFL stuff, talking your stardoms, your sit-ems, who to pick up off a waiver wire, what you can do to make sure you are the star, make sure you are the WWE champion in your fantasy league. So make sure you listen to a couple pointers he has there. He's a pretty awesome podcast. We got all around sports. We have Sports by GSMC with Jeremy. We have the GSMC Sports Podcast with TJ. We also have college sports, college on Saturdays. It's fire. It's fire. Starting to get into college football, slowly but surely taking baby steps. And, I'm a Texas Longhorns fan as of like 3 weeks ago. So, let's go Longhorns. I'm just kidding. I bet you a lot of Longhorn fans out there is like, man, what a poser. I'm just kidding. Which all means, I'll take the criticism. I'll take it, but they're doing good this year. And if they win the national title, if they win the Natty, I could be like, dude, I was the good luck charm. I was the fan that they needed this whole entire time. I'm just kidding. No, I don't think of myself that highly. I'm just kidding. But anyways, like I said, that's it for me. Make sure you tune into the GSMC college football podcast with my boy Tommy. Make sure you tune into all those awesome podcasts because these guys are amazing. I watch them. Of course, I watch them. Get a couple of pointers. I learn a lot from watching them as well. So, just lucky to have sports blessed in my life thanks to the GSMC Sports Network. All right, guys. So that's it for me. Have an amazing Monday. I know it is Monday, but hang in there. We have all week wrestling to tune into, so don't be too somber. Stay beautiful.